My name is Ann Craig. I'm Secretary White's Director of the Illinois State Library. Thank you so much for coming today to this wonderful occasion. Under Secretary White's leadership, Illinois libraries have benefited not only from direct grant dollars, but also his vision for programs such as the Mentoring Project, Project Next Generation, the Illinois Veterans History Project, and the Illinois Center for the Book that promotes reading and writing. In 2013, $50 million was appropriated for construction needs of Illinois public libraries. In addition to this funding, Secretary White administered over $44 million in library grant programs, such as programs like Talking Books for the visually impaired, literacy grants to help adults reading at or below a 9th grade level, and bread and butter grants like the school library and public library per capita programs. Today, Secretary White's support for the Zion Benton Public Library exemplifies former First Lady Laura Bush's words. Libraries allow children to ask questions about the world and find answers. The wonderful thing is that once a child learns to use a library, the doors to learning are always open. And now, the man who makes all this possible and is opening our program today. He's so great. Our Secretary of State and our State Librarian, Jesse White.
Needs a helicopter in order to get from Chicago here. But nevertheless, I'm honored to be here in this wonderful community. I've been here many times before. I have a tumbling team and we perform in your parade on a regular basis, and then we perform at some of the elementary schools as well. Ann Craig is the director of the library program for the state of Illinois, and I want to commend her and thank her for her commitment to helping the libraries across the state of Illinois. We have 118 state representatives and 59 state senators. They represent the people of the state of Illinois. 13 million people make up this wonderful state of ours. In order for me to have the resources that I need in order to run the largest Secretary of State office in the nation, I have to rely on them to properly fund the library system and fund my office. As I indicated before, this is the largest office of its kind in the nation. 4,000 employees, a $396 million budget, 138 offices and 23 agencies. I'm the head librarian for the state of Illinois, and I want to thank you for the job. And then the head of the literacy program, where we have 250 agencies, and we distribute about $6.6 million a year, helping those agencies to help individuals to come to a great state, to become better educated and better informed by the use of programs called English as a second language, and help them to obtain their GED. And then the Organ and Tissue Donor Program is dear to my heart. We ask everyone within the sound of my voice and everyone within the state of Illinois to seriously consider becoming a part of the Organ and Tissue Donor Program, where we have 5.5 million people signed from organ donors. There are 5,000 people in the waiting list as we speak, and each year about 300 people die because organs are not arrived in a timely manner. We ask that when you're not well give blood, when you're no longer here, give organs, and when you've done those two things, you made a positive impact on society, considering the fact that one person can provide life or improve the quality of life for 25 individuals. You may not have a need today, you may not have a need tomorrow, but sometime during your lifetime, you or someone that you may know will have a need for an organ, and we just hope that when that moment arrives, there'll be an adequate supply of organs available. I had the great pleasure of teaching school for a period of 33 years, and when I look at these young people, I know that our future is bright. Because I know that they understand that they have to be in school on time every day and have one aim in mind, and that's to get the best education possible, because one day you're going to help run this great country for us. We want you to put some between your ears every day on the scalp. We're talking about knowledge, and that will carry you far. In life, we always want you to look up and aim high and work hard toward being the best that you can be. And the only time we want you to look down is to tie your shoes. And then, of course, there's an old adage that says that a winner never quits and a quitter never wins. I see a lot of winners here. Don't quit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really here to present to this wonderful institution of learning where I know for a fact that some teaching is taking place and learning is in the equation. We have to make an appropriation for that door. Maybe I need a little sensitivity training. And we're proud of the fact that as your state librarian, I enjoy visiting libraries across the state of Illinois, and there are about 5,000 of them. And whenever there's a need, you can let us know what your needs are, and we will do all we can to address them. And through the Public Library Construction Grant Program, I'm here today to present a check in the amount of $19,760. Some damage was done to this wonderful institution as a result of some flooding that took place. And that was about a year ago, and of course, it really created some problems, you being able to discharge your duties in the manner in which you want to do so. You lost computer equipment, and as a result, it disabled the library services to the people of this wonderful, wonderful community. Under the first priority, the disaster category, this grant allows libraries to meet the needs of the people from Beach Park, Winthrop Harbor, and the Zion communities. Libraries are the cornerstones of our society. What is a community without a library? Not much. And that's why we're here today to encourage you to continue to support this wonderful institution of learning, because libraries are being used today more than ever before. You have individuals who are out of work. They will come and they will look for jobs. They will do some research papers if they're at college or if they are in high school. Or for that matter, they want to do their redo their resume, or they want to become better informed. And so what better place to come than to the library? The greatest source of computers will be found in a library setting. And so the people who are here, who run this great edifice, this wonderful institution, I just want to applaud them and thank them for a job well done. Of course, we also want to thank the board of directors for their supportive efforts to make sure that this wonderful institution remain viable. We are also, I also travel across the state of Illinois, giving funds to, matching funds to wonderful libraries, which means that if by chance you want to make your library handicap accessible, if you come up with half the money, we will come with the other half. There are times when you want to extend the reaches of your library. You want to add on different additional piece of property to it. You can contact our office, and Craig is here. And when you do those things and more, we will examine them, figure out how we can make it possible for you to arrive at where you want to be and what you want to do. So with that, thank you for caring, thank you for giving, and thank you for making a difference in the lives of the people of this wonderful community. But more importantly, you are making a sound investment in the future of this wonderful community. When you think about our future, you think about these young people who are before us. You also think about those individuals who have come to our great state who cannot speak English, but yet they want to become a part of the American dream, part of the American family. We have to do all we can to welcome our neighbors and friends in a manner in which they deserve to be treated. I espouse a philosophy of life that says that when we work together and live together, wonderful things happen. I also put a lot of emphasis upon us living together in peace and harmony and never ever disliking anyone because of race, creed, or color. That is the ugliest card in the deck. Cannot play that one and yet remain a part of the American dream, the American family. So with that, I'd like to present a check to the Supreme Commander, the root of all, Shisave, the Library Director. Now the check that I'm going to present, you cannot take it to the bank and it be accepted in its present form. The think you understand the rest of the story. So with that, here's a check. I think you should have up front with the hands like that. In closing, I want to thank the fathers and the mothers of this wonderful community for wanting to have a facility such as this that is a state-of-the-art facility where these young people can realize their dreams and of course come and be entertained on a highly professional level. Some of these young people will be latchkey children. A latchkey kid is a kid who has just left school, but no one is at home, so he can come to the library and use his idle time in a positive way. And when that happens, it's a win-win situation for all of us. Enjoy your day, and thank you very much for allowing me to come to this wonderful institution of learning.